Come on children, how are you all? Are you all ready for the lesson? I hope you are all keeping well. We also hear many people are getting affected with COVID-19 and the sickness is increasing in our state. So take care of and remain at home, and may God protect each of us. Okay? And don't go here and there and get infected with any of the viruses and things. Take care. Protect yourself. May God bless each of us. Okay? Once again, we are with the class, the English lesson, the glimpses of the past. We have seen the introduction. We also have seen how the East India Company people, the British rule, why they came and what is the reason they came, the East India Company's conquest. Then you see the British rule in our country. Then some of the Indians like Ram Mohan Roy, all those people learning language and understanding the situation and things like that. Then the fifth, we have seen the oppression of the people. No, the foreigners were oppressing the Indians, and we know what are the things that has taken place. Okay, so read. I hope you have all read the textbook. Children, there is only few sentences, but it has lot to explain to you. Okay, it's only few sentences, but lot to understand and study. And then you have seen also the dissatisfaction between the people, both sides, Indians as well as the Britishers. There's lot of dissatisfaction because they were oppressing, the people were revolting, they were not. So many things that is taking place. That is what we have seen. Okay, it has got 7 pictures, 7 pages. Sorry, 9 pages. It has 9 captions. The first East India Company, then you will find the British rule, then the British rule after the third things you will find the Raja Ram Mohan Roy comes, that is the fourth one. Okay, then comes the oppression, then comes the dissatisfaction. So we have completed the 6 captions with some explanation. Very little sentences, only few sentences are there, but you must read it and understand it deeply. The struggles the Indians that went through in order to give freedom for India. They had to struggle a lot. So many people were killed. So many were sacrificed their lives and things like that. Okay, so that is, I hope you are all responding to the class and reading the lesson. If you don't read, you will not understand. Okay, you should know what is our past. Of course, you will learn the history, but in the English lesson, you have given this opportunity so that when you study in as a history, more detailed way it will be explained to you. So you must know the pulse of the people. You must know, we should have, the blood should, what is called, shake, you know, it has to shake in our body. By seeing we are Indians, how the people, we were dominated by the other people, and how our ancient people, the leaders of our country, suffered and they had to fight, work hard, and so many things that had happened. Okay, so you must learn as you read the lesson. You also must discuss, ask questions, ask yourself. If I was in that place, what you would have done? Okay, if I was an Indian and treated by the Britishers like that, what would have been your attitude? How you would have revolted against them? So all those things has to help us solve self-study, so that we get a lot of exploration that takes place. Okay, children? So today we will come, please take your textbook on page number 42. Page number 42 of your reader, you will see the sparks. What is sparks? Sparks means small spark of fire, no? Small spark. Thus there is some spark of hope in the people. Maybe they are, because they were just fighting, revolting for justice and truth. So some hope has come into the mind of the people. There is a sparks in 2 years of time, that is 1855 to 57, that is 2 years. There was some hope in the mind of the Indians. Spark means what? Spark is Malayalam is a teepuri, a small bit of spark. When the people work, you can see spark of flame. For example, welding and all, when they do, you can see sparks of fire just going like. Spark means it is hope. Here it's not fire, it is a hope that people had. Okay, spark, a small hope is rising in the mind of the people. Let us listen to the class. The taxes continued. We have seen that the British people were putting lot of tax for the Indians by buying and selling goods and things like that. So people are becoming poorer and poorer. That is what we have seen yesterday. Indians were becoming poorer and poorer because the Britishers were putting lot of tax for everything, and finally they had to sell everything. Even their land they had to sell to them, and they had no money. There was no survival. Lot of famine was there because Indians were unable to cultivate anything in their field. Even if they cultivate, there is no, they will simply tax. They will take without payment. They were taking. So this is the struggle of the Indian people. Okay, the taxes continued to ruin the peasants. Peasants means farmers in the Bengal. In Bengal, the Sandals who had lost their lands under new land rule became desperate. In 1855, they rose in rebellion and massacred Europeans and their supporters alike. So, in Bengal, what happened? The tax were continuing. They were putting more and more tax, and the peasants means the farmers in Bengal, they were unable to pay anything. So, in that, the Sandals who had lost their land, some of the people, they lost, Sandals means a group of people, they even lost their land because they had to sell even the land in order to pay the tax. Then what happened? So they put new rules for the land and things like that. Who? The Britishers. They were simply oppressing and suppressing the Indians. And these people no more tolerating. So they started to violate the rules, and they say that in 1855 they rose rebellion and massacred. Massacred means killed some of the Europeans and their oppressors or their supporters alike. So not only the European, even some of the people of Indians also were supporting those foreigners. Is it not? So they were very, very rebellious against, and they started to attack them. That is what we find. The Indians started to fight against this British rule because they understood what is the mind of those people. They were just coming to grab everything loot everything from India. So these people understood. Not only looting, they were having no freedom for the Indians, and they were suppressed, and they became poorer and poorer. So they started to fight against. That is what had happened in 1855. Okay. Then discontent was brewing in the East India Company's army too. So this discontent means disliking, because people now, Indians understood that they understood these people are looting us and they have to do something against it. So these people, the discontent was brewing in the East India. Brewing means what? Growing, They understood no more Indians will not be, they can play with them. So their armies were there, they were thinking what to do the next things like that. The white soldiers get huge pay mansions to live in the sun. They are telling the white means the foreigners. They get lot of their soldiers get lot of money, and they get nice place, huge mansions means big houses, so that they can stay. But at the same time, Our Indians have no place even to stay. So this kind of injustice was happening. While we get a pittance and solo promotions. So they said we get only minimum wages, the least work, manual, and they are big high post they are there, and they give us a servant's post, and they are enjoying all the wealth of India. And this kind of understanding have come into the mind of the Indians. So, and the Angries means English people, the Angries ask us to cross the sea which is against our religion. Who is the Topiwala to abolish our age-old customs? So now they are questioning them. Who are these Topiwalas? Topiwala means maybe they are calling they with cap and the soldiers are there now. They are telling who are they to question us? Who are they ask us to go to abroad and learn things? Why they are here? And so this now they understand and they started to question, revolt against these Britishers' ideas and things like that. Then he says, we must drive out the Angries. Angries means Indians, English people, no? So we must somehow push them out. We must fight against them. This is the decisions. The Indian blood is now, it is boiling inside, no? So they are telling, we must try to push them out, send them out. Sipahi Mangal Pandey attacked the adjoint of his raiment and was executed. So there are so much, they were executed, they were killed, they were put in prison, so many things. Both sides, real fight was going on, taking place. Thousands of the other sepoys revolted. They were stripped of their uniforms. So sepoy means soldiers and the workers, the government, all the soldiers and armies and things like that. So they were stripped off and they were had to, also much revolt was taking place because the Indians understood what was happening in their country, how they were helpless before these people. So they realized that they are capable of doing everything. So far nothing was happening. Now people started to work against or fight in order to fight for the freedom and justice. And humiliated and put them in iron. Putting in iron means putting in the jail. So they were, some of the sepoy means the soldiers were thrown into they were stripped off their uniform and put them in jail and things like that. Then, few Englishmen had cared to understand the Indian custom or the people's mind. So, I told you, beginning onwards I am telling, there were good people, both sides, okay? There were good foreigners also who were able to understand the mind of the people, the struggle of the people and things like that. They understood what is the custom of India, culture and things like that. There are good people and bad people also were there. Some English had cared to understand Indian customs or people's mind. Okay, they understood it. Then, proud Brahmins, soldiers, do you know that the grease on the bullet you have to bite is made from the fat of cows and pigs. He's telling the grease, no, what those who know the use of bullet and things. They are telling the grease. You know, Brahmins. You are telling you are so proud Brahmins. No, Brahmins doesn't eat meat and things like that. He is telling the word. Proud Brahmin soldiers. Do you know? They are calling. No, do you know that the grease on the bullet? Bullet means what is the gun and bullet and things like that. You have to bite it is made of the fat of cows and pigs. The grease is made of the fat of the cows and pigs. So this is what they are telling. What? Then he says what? The white man has deceived us too. So the Brahmins are telling the white man has deceived us too. So this is the struggle. They were making use of all kinds. So they were against the Brahmins. Even Brahmins were very strong people, no? They were telling, so you Brahmins, you are so proud about, but you have to, the grease that is used in the bullet is that you have, that is made of the fat of cows and pigs. Then he says, what? What? The white man has deceived us too. The Brahmins are telling, even the white is attacking us. They deceived us too. Us means the Brahmins too. Soon, chapatis were sent from village to village to tell the people that they were emperor would want their service. So these soon these chapatis, that no, they were sent to the village in order to tell that people that their emperor would want their service. So they were asking for their service in order to fight against that situations. Yes, all my village men will be ready. So he said, they said, all my village people will be ready to fight against these people. Similarly, lotus flower circulated among the Indian soldiers, death to the foreigners. So they were changing the lotus flowers. This the national flower of India, no? So that is the lotus flowers also sent to the people, and they said death to the foreigners. The message gave all help and shelter to the patriots. So then people were, that is what I said, the spark is a heading. There is that some hope, spark of hope has come into the mind of the people. Now some people are able to understand the situations, the struggles, customs of the culture and custom in India, and they were just, because people were just simply understood what is their right, how they have to fight against, what they have to do in order to get their freedom. So this is what the spark of hope has come into the mind of the people. Okay, then you will see the revolt. The page number 43, you will find the revolt. Revolt means fighting, no? Against. That is in 57. That is 1857 only the war started, is not. So revolt has taken place. That means real fight was there in 1857. Then there was a violent breaks at Meerut. So there was a violent break. People were killing, fighting, and all those things. In Meerut it started. The sepoys marched to Delhi. The sepoys means the soldiers marched to Delhi. Long live our emperor Bahadur Shah. They were, long live our emperor Bahadur Shah. Bahadur Shah was the king, maybe ruling emperor, ruling there in Delhi. The rebellion spread wider. So the rebellion everywhere, not only in Delhi, Meerut, the whole India was affected, and people started to revolt against these British people and fight. Many landlords had lost their lands because of the British politics, and they were sold. So people became very sold, means become very poor. Because all the landlords, I said, the kingdoms, only rich people, we had a lot of heritage, lot of culture, and lot of wealth was there in India. We cannot say that we are poor people. No, India has lot of wealth, and everything was amassed by those foreigners. He says that many landlords lost their land because of the British politics, and they were so means became very poor, empty they became. They had to sell all their land and things like that. This white man's rule must end. Then they are telling, this white man's rules must end. We must chase them away from our country. They are taking the decisions. Yes, we will help you. So they are the Bahadur Shah and the people, they are taking the decision. Now they are really taking the challenge to fight against these British people. And you will find in the page number 44, the fight for freedom. That here you will find there are fight for freedom. There are few sentences. Just look in your textbook, page number 44. The fight for freedom. That is that is the real war of independence started in 1857. Many former rulers like Begum Hazar Mahal of Lucknow were beaten. So there is a lady sitting there now. Her name is former rulers of like Begum Hazrat Mahal of Lucknow were bitter. The white man has taken away my kingdom. So she says that they were bitter. Bitter means very angry. He says that the white man has taken my kingdom. They joined the upsurge against the foreigners. They joined the upsurge. Then what happened? The popular leaders like Maulvi, Ahmadullah and Faisarbad told the people, rise brothers, rise. Rise brothers, rise. The Angries is ruining our land. So we must fight against. Rise. Rise means get up, no more sleeping. Become aware, available to do. So we will fight against Angries. Angry means the Anglican English people. They call them Angries is ruining our land. Ruining means destroying our land. The English people are destroying our land. You get up, rise, we will fight against. They are taking the resource. There are so many good people and intellectual people, courageous people coming forward to fight against this British rule. The people rose everywhere in Bellary, Kanpur and Allahabad. So all these are some of the places. They have written only few places name, but everywhere the people were blood was boiling must be. Okay, so they all rose against this kind of rulers. The British rule. Then Aizmullah Khan told Tatya Taupa, we should have Peshwa Nane Sahab as our leader in his war of independence. So they are selecting someone should be there to lead them, no? So whom they selected? We should have a Peshwa Nane Sahab. Okay, and our leader in order to fight for this independence. So they selected a leader who is going to be the leader for the fight for this war. The patriotics pronounced upon the British and fought pitched battles all over the North India. So the war started in North India. They took their own leaders and they started to fight against this British. Then 80-year-old Kunwar Singh of Bihar received a bullet in his wrist. So one of the 84-year-old, what is age? 80-year-old Kunwar Singh, he was an Indian in Bihar, received a bullet in his wrist. So on his, somebody shot him, a bullet was on his. Mother Ganga is my last offering to you. Mother Ganga is my last offering to you. So the man is telling, that is, the British people, they were using bullets. It's not. They were shooting, and now there's a lot of war is taking place to Afghanistan and Iraq and India, all those places. You must be watching the news, how they shoot and things like that. War is taking place, no? So this is the real struggle, the real pain, the real agony, the chaos, the injustice, lot of violence, war. There is no peace in the country. Everything was in ups and down. The situations people really fought against from our freedom movement. So this is that is a very little things is given to you in the textbook. Okay, how the war took place, what was the only little points that you have to. So you must study in detail. You must also reflect what may be the cause, how we Indians go to freedom, how people sacrifice their lives. Some of the people appear in the textbook, some people may not appear in the textbook, but we should know who were the real cause for fighting against British rule, so that we get freedom. Okay, so this is all about the lesson, and I hope you are able to understand it, read it and study well, and in details. When you read the text, everything is not explained to you. By looking at the picture, the captions that is given to you, you should be able to explore the lessons. Study, work hard and read the lessons well. Is it clear for you? Okay, so this lesson is over. Okay, the little things, that is there were 7 pages, 9 pictures you have got, and in each picture above there is a caption. With that caption you should be able to understand how the foreigners were ruling our country, how we Indians, the rulers of that time from North India or different places, people were against the rules of the British and how they fought against these people to chase them away. Yes or no? So that is what the whole thing, very little things are given to you. Explanation is not given to you. Very small captions are given, but you must read it, understand it. Okay, so that is what this I stop. Tomorrow we will see the lessons of the exercises and things like that. Read the textbook, reread it and understand it. Wish you all the best. Thank you.